Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Tanicomo. I'm going to do one cast today. It's Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. It might be the 24th. Or the 20, no, it's 23rd. Yeah. You can see where I boated to, down Cooper Creek Flats. I have an 1/8 ounce white jig, 4-pound line. And I'm just going to fish the middle of the lake for a little bit, and then I'll move to the bank. This has been one crazy day. I think everybody decided to come to Branson at the same time. Everybody is stir crazy. We had one of the biggest boat rental days in years today. That's what I've been told by the office. I know that we sent out our pontoons on half-day trips, most of them on half-day trips, both in the morning and afternoons. The water was off this morning till about noon, 1 o'clock, and then it's been 2 units all afternoon. Nothing on the first cast. I think I got some moss on there. Yep. Fishing was tough for almost everybody. It was tough this morning. The guide said it was tough. The boat traffic probably didn't help things. Those trout seem like they kind of shut down when there's a lot of boats on the water, especially if there's no generation. Tony Lilley just came in with his group, 4 guys from Lawrence, Kansas, and he had 4 limits of really nice rainbows. They caught them down at the landing. He said on a sculpin jig. Didn't ask him what size, but I've probably a 1/8 ounce, 3/32 ounce. I imagine they averaged probably 13 inches. A lot of them were just stockers, been in the lake maybe for a little while, but there were some that had been in for a while that had orange meat. So the stockers they're putting in are a little bigger right now, which is nice. He said the water is still a little bit murky down at the landing, and that probably helped the jig bite. He said that they just really seemed like they wanted to chase. I haven't been down here to throw a white jig or jerkbait in a long time. I just thought I'd come down here now that all the boats have gone in for the day and throw a few times for a brown. Here's a fish. It's a little rainbow, I think. He hit it on the end of my cast, which doesn't happen that often, actually. Well, it's a decent rainbow. It's actually about the size of rainbow that Tony brought in. Man, fight's hard. See, that's a nice fish. That's, like I said, about 13.5, 14 inches. Oh, hits in the face. Good solid fish. Well, I guess I'll throw one more time. Tony said, of course, they were fishing down in front of the landing. He said the parking lot at the landing, Branson Landing, was absolutely full. He said that a lot of the restaurants are open on the landing, but he said a lot of the places, restaurants on the landing, have outside seating, and he said they were all, a lot of people outside, sitting outside. Which I'm sure that's the safest place to eat, I guess, right now. But everybody at Lilley's Landing, it seems like they're having an awfully good time. I don't know if it's just me or or if it really is a fact that people are just a lot happier. You know, just appreciating being able to get out. Just get out, I guess. I'm kind of drifting in towards that bank anyhow, so they're supposed to shut the water down this evening. The current's just barely moving down here. One more cast. The lake situation is pretty simple. Table Rock, or none of the lakes in our direct chain rose to their flood pool. Table Rock is still 927 something. And their flood pool is at, let me see what I'm going to use. I don't throw a ginger that much, but it's a 16th ounce ginger jig with a brown head. So they're about 2.5 feet below their flood pool. Bull Shoals is about the same. Beaver is about 1.5 feet. Let's see. Let me turn that this way. So they're not going to run. They're not going to run water unless the lakes get up to the flood pool. any amount of water. Oh yeah. Ginger jig. Almost feel guilty catching fish because we had so many people come in from renting john boats and whatnot that didn't catch any fish. Oh, good cast. Was a real bright sun today with hardly any wind. Plus the boat traffic just made things really tough. We were sending people down at the landing quite a bit. 2 in a row. Maybe I'm onto something. It's a nice rainbow. Boy, he is fat too. The fish that Tony cleaned had, and these were caught down at the landing, they had some scuds in them, freshwater shrimp, but they were full of midge larvae. Little tiny midge larvae, but they had eaten so many. I mean, they're just fat with them. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm down at the sloughs. Bob Wiener, lost him. Down in your spot. I think Bob's coming in next week. He's the guy with the jet boat in the very beginning of One Cast. The Gator. Ginger jig. There's a fish surfacing just below this log right here. I'm gonna throw at it. If I can throw that far. Well, the ginger jig has lost its magic. Either that or just a big school of rainbows back there. If you guys, I know 99% of everybody that watches this, I think, knows the rules down here as far as the trophy area and, you know, just the limits, what to use, what not to use. The agents were out pretty strong today, and I heard that they wrote a lot of tickets to people fishing up below the dam off the bank and using power bait and night crawlers, whatever. And I know it's it's really tempting to do that, although I think almost everybody that does fish up there like that probably don't know. But if you're, you know, if you're fishing anywhere, you're responsible to know the rules. You gotta actively seek those out any place you go, because ignorance is no excuse. But, you know, I kind of feel sorry for the people that gets tickets up there, because, you know, that's expensive. They do take your fish. And it's just not a real pleasant experience to be ticketed. So, I think this is going to be my last cast with the ginger jig. It's been a long day. And we got another big day tomorrow. I mean, praise God. It's just amazing, you know, that we're as busy as we are. Very thankful. I'm gonna throw again. It's hard to quit. That was bottom. Okay. Thanks for watching. Somebody will be out doing it tomorrow. We might try to do it in the morning after we get the boats out. Thanks.